Imagine for a moment a world unfolding beneath the manicured lawns of suburban America. A world of intricate tunnels, of ancient hierarchies, where instinct drives every action. For centuries, two titans have coexisted, their paths rarely crossing. The big-headed ants, with their massive armor-plated craniums, the stoic architects of subterranean empires. And then, the fire ants. Crimson tide of aggression, their sting a fiery declaration of war. But what happens when their paths cross? What happens when their empires clash over a single, invaluable resource? When millennia of instinct erupts into a battle for total annihilation? We're about to witness one of nature's most brutal, unyielding conflicts. This isn't just a story about bugs. It's a saga of survival, strategy, and pure, unadulterated primal fury. Watch until the end to discover the truth. Deep beneath the perfectly manicured lawns of countless American suburbs, two formidable insect empires have long maintained an uneasy truce. First, the big-headed ants. Their vast colonies, intricate subterranean masterpieces, are guarded by workers with disproportionately massive, armor-plated heads, living, breathing fortresses. Their society is a testament to stoic defense, their movements precise, their purpose clear: to build, to protect, to endure. They are the silent, unyielding architects of the dark. Then, there are the fire ants. A stark contrast in temperament and form. These crimson warriors operate with a frenetic, almost chaotic energy. Their colonies, immense in number, are driven by an insatiable hunger and an aggressive instinct that tolerates no challenge. Their sting, a potent, burning venom, is their declaration of dominance. For centuries, these distinct worlds rarely intersected. The big heads burrowed deeper. The fire ants expanded outwards, a delicate, unseen balance maintained. Beneath the placid surface of a typical yard, that balance is about to shatter. The sun beat down on a typical American suburb, but beneath the emerald veneer of a pristine lawn, destiny was stirring. Deep within the soil, precisely where the big-headed ants' sprawling tunnels met the fire ants' fiery redoubts, an unimaginable treasure had fallen. A plump, unfortunate robin, freshly deceased, presented an all-you-can-eat buffet of protein and fat. This wasn't just sustenance. This was an empire-building opportunity. Such a colossal find was rare, a once-in-a-generation event. The first to discover it was a lone big-headed scout, its massive head twitching with an almost imperceptible thrill. But its moment of triumph was fleeting. From the opposite direction, a flicker of crimson, a fire ant scout, also emerged. Their antennae touched not the bird, but the invisible boundary line. Two emissaries from two vastly different worlds now stood over the same, invaluable prize. The air, though still, hummed with an unspoken challenge, a silent declaration. The stage was set. Conflict, now, was not merely probable. It was inevitable. Beneath the manicured lawns, initial cautious probes escalate. The spilled nectar, a glistening prize, ignited immediate skirmishes. Big-headed scouts, their formidable craniums lowered, engaged the encroaching crimson tide. Their defense was brutal. An unyielding perimeter, mandibles designed to sever. Yet, the fire ants, an unstoppable crimson torrent, prioritized sheer numbers. They swarmed, hundreds overwhelming a single foe, their venomous stings delivering fiery death. The first agonizing screeches ripped through the subterranean silence. A big-headed warrior, overwhelmed, succumbed to 100 burning punctures. And a fire ant, caught in a crushing bite, was torn asunder. This was no longer a dispute, it was a declaration. The war had begun, and the soil already drank the blood of the fallen. Beneath the manicured perfection of suburban lawns, the uneasy truce shattered. This was no longer skirmishes. This was total war. The fire ants, a crimson tide of primal aggression, initiated their coordinated offensive. Their objective, a multi-pronged assault, burrowing directly into the labyrinthine depths of the big-headed ant subterranean empire. Every tunnel, every chamber, became a potential battleground. But the big-headed ants, stoic masters of earth and stone, were not unprepared. Their colossal heads, more than just formidable weapons, were tools of architectural genius. Deep within their ancient network, they swiftly reshaped their world. Passageways narrowed, ceilings lowered, creating suffocating choke points, designed to funnel the invading Crimson Tide into deadly, unavoidable kill zones. The ground itself became their weapon. As the first wave of fire ants breached the inner sanctum, they were met not with open space, but with an unyielding, engineered bottleneck. The true test of survival had begun. Crimson Tide surged. Without pause, without mercy, the fire ants drove deeper, their relentless advance, an orange inferno, now engulfing the big-headed ant's most vulnerable chamber. Imagine this, listener. The nursery. Here, delicate larvae, the colony's future, pulsed with life. This was the heart of the empire. Big-headed warriors, their massive heads lowered, formed an unyielding wall. They absorbed multiple stings, their powerful mandibles snapping at the ceaseless influx. Smaller workers, typically relegated to foraging, now threw themselves into the fray, their desperate, fleeting forms a final barrier. Every inch was contested, every defender pushed past their limits, fighting with grim, final resolve. The fire ants, heedless of their own mounting casualties, poured in, a wave of pure aggression. The line was bending. It was threatening to break. Could this vital chamber, the very essence of their future, truly fall? The beheaded legions, their armor glinting, had systematically crushed the fire ant resistance. Victory, for the architects of the subterranean, seemed inevitable. The Crimson Tide receded, battered and broken, pushed to the very brink of annihilation. But then, as you can imagine, fate intervened in the most brutal way. A low hum vibrated through the soil, growing into a deafening roar. Suddenly, without warning, the ground ruptured. A powerful jet of water, a forgotten sprinkler line bursting under pressure, erupted directly into the heart of the conflict. This wasn't just water, it was chaos. The big heads, built for methodical war, faltered. Their lines, once impenetrable, began to buckle. The fire ants, however, agile and desperate, saw not an end, but a new weapon. This unforeseen environmental cataclysm had, in an instant, reset the very rules of engagement, transforming certain defeat into a desperate, unpredictable gamble for survival. The true brutal nature of this war was now laid bare. The subterranean silence descended, thick and absolute, a chilling aftermath to the brutal symphony of war. The fire ants, a formidable, though scarred, force, emerged from the carnage. Their Crimson Tide, now reduced, had swept away the organized might of the big heads, leaving behind a landscape irrevocably altered. The meticulously constructed tunnels of the big heads lay in ruin, scorched and shattered, a testament to the fire ants' destructive fury. The old hierarchy was gone, replaced by the grim reign of the victors. Yet, was this true victory, or merely survival at a devastating cost? For beneath our manicured lawns, the cycle never truly ceases. Dominance is fleeting. Conflict, as you now understand, is eternal. Thank you for witnessing this saga of primal fury. If this glimpse into the true cost of nature's battles resonated with you, please like,